guys, I'm down by the alligators. I don't know how good of a signal I have over here. We'll see.
You can't see it.
Пока нет, в 11.
Нет, они как выводят.
Why? Really? Really?
We're gonna watch. They're gonna come with me. No, don't find it. Stay still. Don't find it. What? Yeah, they're gonna come out in a second. Gotta wait.
Lewiston.
Lewiston. They're a new exhibit for the first time.
A little bit.
Look how little.
Travis, look. It's so cute. Did you see it?
They're gonna go in there.
Yeah, that's tiny, huh?
Wow.
Bless you.
Inside.
Look at him.
Look at this one. You want to go see? Go ahead. Keep right there. I don't think Alice.
We're gonna do something with them in here.
Big spot. On three, say Gator. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys. So my team takes steps to your right or your left to spread back out. Don't turn yet. Don't turn. Okay. Now make your turn towards the pond.
Can you see?
Look, Jax, look. Look at. Look at.
Tiny eyes.
And duck down.
That's pretty cool.
It's officially summer.
Yay!
Pool party. Look at the baby.
It's so cool, guys. 11 o'clock. It's going to be our first keeper talking today. Instead of it being dromedary camels, we're going to talk about alligators. So first things first, who knows the difference, how you can tell between an alligator and a crocodile? Okay, the snout is one of those telltale things. First things first is that our alligator snouts are very much rounded, where your crocodile snouts are very pointed, almost like a triangle. But another neat thing that many people don't know is you can also tell by their teeth. When an alligator shuts its mouth, you will only see the top teeth. When a crocodile or a caiman or a gharial, their other family members, shuts their mouth, you see top and bottom. So it's an easy way to tell. If you can't tell by the shape of the face, you can tell by the dental work that's been done. All right? Now, alligators are, of course, cute when they're little hatchlings. They come out of their eggs and they're about that big, about inches long. All right? And what happens is in certain states in America here, you can buy a pet alligator. And if you're from like the 50s, 60s, 70s, you used to get one in the mail too, right? You could order them in a magazine. All of our alligators here are actually rescues. We have never purchased or acquired an alligator from another zoo. Every alligator that has come to us has been seized by the New York State DEC, that's Department of Environmental Conservation. They all come from a history of different places. We have CJ that was pulled out of CFJ Park in Johnson City behind the carousel. Somebody found him hanging out there. We have another one that was pulled out of a frat house. Okay, they thought that was a good idea. We've had others that people kept as pets in their bathtubs and things like that. Guess what? They bragged about it. Their friends turned them in. And then most recently, we have Whitney and Lyle, the two of the larger alligators here that were pulled out of the Tapneoga River, which runs through Whitney Point in Lyle, New York, just off of I-81 North, okay, just north of Binghamton and south of Syracuse. Those two are our most recent alligators that came to us. It took about a week or so. The New York State DEC was able to capture them. They were spotted by a kayaker, and then they came to reside here at Animal Adventure, which prompted the new exhibit build out here that you see. This exhibit is 2 seasons old at this time. So now real quick, American alligators, sure, they might start at 8 to 10 inches, but they can grow up to 16 feet long, all right? Massive, massive animal. Generally, your males are the ones that are going to go over about 12, 14, 15, 16 feet in that range. We call them bulls, all right? Bull alligators. And they will grunt and vocalize. They do all kinds of things to claim their territory, to fight off competition, but also to attract their girlfriends, all right? Their females, their girlfriends are a little bit smaller, averaging normally about 8, 9, 10, sometimes they go 11. Look around, right? 11 feet, but generally smaller than our males. Now, something I always want to touch on when we talk about alligators is that people think of cold-blooded animals, reptiles, as like these cold species without, you know, nurturing and love for their young, but that's not true. Alligators are actually phenomenal mothers. So after a male courts a female, and he does it by actually just going under the water level and producing vibrations and sounds that has the water dance off his back, all right? He makes those sounds, makes those vibrations, girls come over, they fall in love. The female now has to go lay her eggs, their egg layers, okay? So the female finds a spot on the banks, and she will dig out some earth, deposit 10, 20, 30, can be up to 40 eggs, all right? And then carefully buries them back, all right? Not only does she put the earth back on them, she also puts all kind of leaf matter and decaying wood and anything she can around. What she's done is created an incubator, okay? All of that natural material, what does it naturally do? It breaks down like a compost heap. And what compost heat? Compost heat is warm. In fact, quite hot. That heat being produced by that natural breakdown of those items is what's incubating those eggs. If temperatures are very high in the nest, you will get all males. If they're very low in the nest, you get all males. You're sucking the palm, buddy. And if you hit a nice range of about like the 85-ish, 88, 80, 90, you're going to get a very nice ratio of males and females, all right? Here's where the fun part is. So after those eggs hatch, those babies are buried underground, right? So they have to call mom, and they do this. All right? Take out my gum. And that mother, now she's been protecting that nest this whole time. Raccoons, feral hogs, people, anything comes near it. She charges out of that water to protect that nest, all right? But when she hears that call from her young, she goes back up to that nest and very carefully starts to remove all that dead matter away. And she unearths her babies. Now, believe it or not, alligator claws are very, very rounded. They're not very sharp. You don't have to worry about a scratch. It's a bite in the tail you have to worry about. She unearths those babies. Big turtle, all right? So the survival rate can be as low as 5, 6, 7% for an entire nest of eggs, all right? So one more neat thing we have to touch on is, of course, the conservation standpoint of all of this. Back not too long ago, we're talking 40s, 50s, all right? Maybe a little earlier than that even. We darn near hunted alligators to extinction. They were almost gone. In fact, alligators were one of the first species that woke America up and said, we need to have a plan in place to save animals from unregulated hunting. So what they did, and this is the whole point of captive management. Anybody that tells you, animal parks and zoos don't serve a purpose, they do, and they started it a long time ago, first with alligators. They encourage farmers, zoos, animal parks, you name it, catch as many alligators as you can, bring them to your facilities, produce eggs, hatch them out. But the requirement is you have to release 10% of your yield every year back to the wild. And I believe it was within 10 to 12 years, The South was repopulated, and now alligators are everywhere. So captive management does serve a purpose. It does work. And relating it to a species now, current to today, scimitar oryx. We had them here at our park. Darn near extinct in the wild. Just recently, in the past few years, they've been taking them out of zoos and animal parks and ranches here in the United States and in Africa, bringing them back and releasing them. And I think last year, year prior, was the first time they actually had calves produced in the wild. So yes, maybe giraffes that were born here at this park this year, they'll never go to the wild, but they carry the genetic seed for the offspring down the road that could repopulate. We've seen it with gators, we're watching it with bison, we've seen it with scimitar oryx. There is hope. So, all right, guys, awesome. Thank you. Enjoy our gators. Enjoy the rest of the day at the park. Next Keeper Talk is at noon today. And Nyla will be up here with me for a quick minute. If you want to get a look at a gator real close, get a photo, awesome, but no touching. New York State says that's a no. All right?
I don't know where Mom went.
They haven't